They have literally used a dead man's face. AI slop is scamming you and probably your mum. But this is the same pattern that influencers use and basically everybody across the internet trying to target you with an ad in order to hook you and get you to buy. So what is that technique and how does it show up in these videos? Today we're going to look at Instagram and TikTok reels that are so clear to me that they are AI, but to a lot of other people they might not be. I have a background in design, I've worked in videography and games. I can really spot little intricate details, the little tells that show us that things are AI or just like not quite right. I see them all instantly and it honestly shocks me how many people in these comment sections believe it. I'm going to show you exactly how they play on your emotions to get you to buy the products, as well as how deeply disturbing these AI reels are. I've compiled a list and I haven't watched them for a while, so I'm going to be rediscovering them with you. This might be a bit of a long video, so grab yourself a tea. I've got peppermint today. And let's get on with it. So this one is very clearly targeted at menopausal women. Oh, this is where this video idea started. So you will recognize this video from one of my earlier videos. So this is Alex Light and they've basically stolen her face in order to scam people using AI. She would never say anything like this because she is like a body acceptance Instagram influencer, and this is like so against anything that she would ever say, and that is also why this is terrifying. We've got some very famous people coming up as well, so let's see what they say.
A woman who doesn't have sex deserves to be cheated on. That's what her husband told her during menopause. Harsh, yes. Real, sadly also yes. She gained weight around her waist. Her face changed. Hot flashes kept her up at night. Her hair was thinning, joints aching, and her libido gone. Worse yet, mood swings made her feel like she was losing her mind. But the truth is, it wasn't her fault. When women go through menopause, their bodies stop producing estrogen and progesterone. The brain stops talking to the ovaries. It's like your body thinks your life's purpose is over, but it's not. You are not done. As a women's health specialist, I always recommend a simple, all-natural option. One that balances hormones, lifts your mood, reduces cortisol, eases pain, helps restore hair, and brings back your energy with deep, rejuvenating sleep. That solution? Moringa,
That's the product.
Tree of life, used for thousands of years, finally backed by modern science. One dose contains 30 times more nutrients than most fruit and veg combined. The only brand I trust is Moringa oleifera, tested for heavy metals, ethically grown in the nutrient-rich Himalayas, but demand is soaring and supply is limited. If you still see the orange shopping cart, stock up now before it's gone again. Tap the cart now and feel like yourself again, naturally.
We're going to go through a little bit again. I'll show you exactly how they hook you. But if you got hooked in by that video and you're like, oh my God, that is me. It's done by design. You don't fall for things easily. This is literally how to hook somebody on a product, how to get somebody to buy a product, is you use their emotion. What are women's biggest fear?
A woman who doesn't have sex deserves to be cheated on.
Being cheated on by their partner. And it comes straight in with half a sentence. That is the verbal hook. So the first sentence is a verbal hook, and basically what she said, a woman who doesn't have sex deserves to be cheated on. And the sentence is structured that way on purpose, because what she says after that,
that's what her husband told her during menopause,
is that's what her husband told her. They've purposefully put a very controversial statement right at the start. Otherwise it would have started with her husband told her. So they are literally using those words as a verbal hook. That's how they got you straight away. What's so weird about this is it feels a little bit uncanny. Something will feel a bit wrong when you watch it, and you won't be able to quite work out what it is if you're not acutely attuned to body language. But I actually have a background in emotion coaching. I'm also incredibly hypervigilant and able to read people's body language. So this instantly set off my senses, because if you look at her mannerisms and the way her body's moving, I'll replay it here, it doesn't match what she's saying. Do you see how when I talk, I use my hands to gesture with I'm kind of doing it on purpose now with what I'm saying. Now I can't unthink about it. I can't stop thinking about it. But I gesture and my body language changes to emphasize what I'm saying, and I do that naturally. She is doing that, but not because the AI has made her do that. It's because they've used footage where she was doing that as part of a different conversation, and it doesn't fit with the words she's saying. You can also tell because her mouth is moving like a bit unevenly. Sometimes you can see there's like her teeth are like lip color, which makes it look odd, and her eyes, there's something off about her eyes. They're almost like unnaturally white. She looks away from the host and the camera at different points where a real person wouldn't do that. That's how I could tell it was AI. Let me know if you think this would have fooled you in the comments. Let's look at the next one.
If your coochie is hidden under a tummy pouch, your metabolism is probably slow. Do you struggle to sleep and find yourself waking up at 3 a.m.? That's high cortisol. Is your hair thinning unexpectedly? Another sign of high cortisol. Hearing a constant ringing in your ears? Once again, high cortisol. Does your eye twitch randomly? Yes, that's caused by cortisol too. And that stubborn belly pouch that just won't go away no matter what you do, that's the effect of cortisol. You've probably heard of cortisol before, but listen up, this is important. Elevated cortisol levels are directly linked to stress, especially for people with demanding jobs or those carrying a lot of worries. If you're struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night, waking up refreshed and full of energy can feel impossible. But this isn't your fault. Here's my recommendation. Start taking moringa. Most people don't realize this, but moringa has 23 times more iron than spinach, 7 times more calcium than milk, 11 times more vitamin A than carrots, 15 times more potassium than bananas, 9 times more protein than yogurt. Moringa is truly revolutionary. What many don't know is that a lack of essential vitamins and minerals is a root cause of most health problems in the U.S. And the solution? It's simple. Just take 2 moringa capsules every day. But be careful. Moringa is getting really popular, and there are a lot of fake companies out there. The only brand I trust is moringa. Since moringa only comes from small producers, it sells out fast. It's on sale today. If you read the thousands of reviews, you'll see why. If you still see the orange shop icon, that means it's still in stock, but not for long.
This is ridiculous. I don't know who that is. He's obviously like a famous guy. Let me just quickly look at the comments. Oh, people in the comments think it's dubbed. They don't think it's AI. They think it's like a real person talking, but it's dubbed. I think that the mouth on this one was definitely moving a bit out of sync. You can also see how the body language doesn't fit with what he's saying. He's like almost emphasizing with his body language when he's saying something that doesn't need to be emphasized. Can you see how he's also talking about things that a lot of people struggle with? Getting up at night to go to the loo, having unrefreshed sleep. These are quite vague things that a lot of people might struggle with, and that is part of the messaging. Right, next one, we're back to menopause. Who have we got this time? This one's Dr. Zoe, or they've stolen her face, and you can tell that it doesn't look exactly like her because obviously they've changed the mouth and the eyes and what she's saying, so it looks slightly off. It looks a bit like her, but not loads.
A woman who doesn't have sex deserves to be cheated on. That's what one of my patient's husband told her during her menopause phase. She gained weight around her waist and face. She experienced hot flashes, muscle pain, hair thinning, libido loss, and dryness everywhere. Worst of all, she was in hell with her wild mood swings, and her restless nights made everything worse. All of these are caused by perimenopause and menopause. But why does this happen? A woman's body stops producing estrogen and progesterone as she passes her reproductive years. The brain stops talking to her ovaries because it thinks her life's purpose is over. But here's the truth. You're not done. There's a way to nurture your body back to life so you can finally feel like yourself again. I always recommend my patients a simple solution that is completely natural, affordable, and more effective than any chemical out there. It will rebalance your hormones, mood, reduce your cortisol, eliminate pain, replenish your hair, shed your bloat, and best of all, rejuvenate your energy with the deepest sleep again. I'm talking about moringa, the so-called tree of life, as mentioned in the Bible. It's been used for thousands of years for menopause, and modern science is only catching up. Just one dose contains 30 times more nutrients than all the fruits and vegetables you should eat in a day. Imagine how your health could change if you include it in your daily routine. Be careful though, moringa is getting super popular. And there are plenty.
We don't need to listen to this again. They're going to tell you that it's going to go out of stock. They used the Bible this time. Such scammy behaviour. Basically, they're obviously aware that a lot of Americans are Christian, not so much here in the UK, and believe a lot of things that the Bible say. So it's another way they're trying to tap into a market that's going to sell to you. Oh my god, how did I not address the previous video when he said coochie? Like, what the fuck? And I think that's it. It was in the first 3 seconds again. That was the hook. This hook was exactly the same. You can kind of tell that the script is similar to the first video that we watched. They're reusing the same scripts. The coochie one. That's the verbal hook. It's in the first couple of sentences, so it gets you to watch. You're like, oh my god, did he just say that? Or maybe you relate to it. And he also said the term belly pooch a lot, and you'll hear that a couple of times in some of these videos, because that is like very salesy terminology, but it's also the way a lot of women reference their stomach. I personally hate the word pooch. It like makes me cringe. It's such a strange phrase that describes a part of your body that is natural, is probably supposed to be there, especially if you've had kids. It's very normal for your skin to stretch and for you to gain weight on your lower stomach. Fat on your lower stomach is also protective, and it's super common in women, and it's very normal to have. But marketing terminology like belly pooch is used a lot in order to sell you things to get rid of your belly pooch or your mum pooch. I hate it. And you can see she used the same hook in this one. Obviously, it's not actually Zoe, but she was like, a woman that doesn't have sex deserves to be cheated on. And the reason she's saying that is because a lot of these things that maybe women are going through, like dryness, hair loss, weight gain, those could all be things that women feel insecure about and therefore don't sleep with their partners. And that's honestly unsurprising, because the beauty standard idealizes very, very young bodies that have not been changed by life, by childbirth, by anything really. And there are loads of men out there that believe that if a woman gains weight, then they are totally entitled to either cheat on her or leave her. So of course this is a lot of women's biggest fear. And she also talks about perimenopause, and that is a little bit harder to diagnose, and that makes it such a good sales technique, talking about perimenopause, because a lot of people are doing guesswork trying to figure it out. There isn't a lot of research into women's health, so they're playing on that. They're using that against you in order to sell you this miracle cure, and the fact that the healthcare system is utterly fucked in many countries. They're using that to try and give you this product that came from the Bible to fix all of your problems and stop your partner from cheating on you. They're literally using your emotions against you. So I think we've got more, even increasingly more famous people. Oh, this is not okay.
If you haven't had your period for 3 months, you're in the menopause. If you have hot flashes and night sweats,
do you know who that is?
If you're always dry down there, you're in the menopause. When you go through menopause, your brain disconnects from your ovaries, and that's it. It says, I don't send energy to this woman. I don't send anything else, because her function is over. We come to reproduce. And when that signal from the brain to the ovaries ends, your body stops sending you everything else, because it says, what's the point if you've already finished? And that's when you have to say, no, hang on, I'm not going to die at 50. I've still got another 30 or 40 years to go. That's when women need to take action to regulate their hormones. There is a natural remedy that I recommend to all women, and they always thank me for telling them about it, because they regain the desire to have sex again. No migraines, no joint pain, no depression. You have to try to tell your brain, I'm still fertile, I'm still in the game. Because women who enter the menopause and start to lose these hormones no longer have sexual urges. It hurts and also is dry. Your body changes. You don't sleep, you start to get hot, cold, and hot. Your temperature changes, your dreams are interrupted. You lose your memory because the brain without estrogen doesn't work the same. You get in a bad mood, you have mood swings, you feel vulnerable, you can't find yourself, your bones become porous and fragile, you lose muscle. Your skin starts to sag. You lose the elasticity of your skin, wrinkles, and spots on your skin. One of the best ways to feel better during the menopause is moringa. What moringa does is help you balance that estrogen, that progesterone. You sleep better, you no longer feel pain, you have more energy. It's wonderful. I've been recommending moringa for years to the women who come to see me at 35, 40, 50 years old, who arrive looking finished, in pain, angry, and when they come back after 3 weeks, they look like someone else. They look much better. Their faces have changed, they're much happier, and the only thing they've changed is that now they take 2 moringa capsules in the morning. The moringa I recommend is Rosabella because it's the purest and most organic.
This is just the sales bit, I'm going to cut him off. So that is Michael Mosley. He is dead. They have literally used a dead man's face. I don't even know what to say about that. That's ridiculous. Let me see if anybody has actually spotted it. Yeah, so the top comment with 82 likes, not a huge amount of likes, Why would you show deceased British presenter Michael Mosley talking in an American accent? Oh my god, I didn't even clock that it was an American accent. Yeah, it's mad. Her function is over. Yeah, that's something I've not pointed out actually, is in every single one of these videos they say her function is over, her purpose is over. Like, our only purpose as a woman is to have children, and that because our purpose is over when we hit menopause, that is why basically everything goes to shit. And if you listen to him, he listed a load of issues, like a real long laundry list of issues, just to make sure that anybody watching the video might have at least a couple of them, so that they see this Moringa product as their solution to that problem. And that is what everybody does. Influencers do it, ads do it. They always bring up something that you feel emotional about, something that has changed in your life that maybe you struggle with, and health problems that you might relate to. So bloating, gut issues, that's a really vague one that people use a lot lately. And then they present a product as a solution to that. It could be a yogurt, it could be a supplement, it could be a diet. That's how they do it. So he's using, it's not him because that's not him, but they are using your emotions, talking about stuff that women really fear, and then they're selling this product as the solution to not only stopping your partner cheating on you, but also this laundry list of issues that you might have going on with your body that you need to see a doctor about. And what's very interesting is the difference between what the men say and what the women say in these videos. A lot of people in the comments are saying I was totally ignored by the doctors. Loads of people are literally believing this. They haven't clocked that it's AI at all. They're just talking about their issues with the menopause and how much they relate to it. We are falling for this. You're going to recognize this guy. It's going to look so weird.
If your coochie is hidden under a tummy pouch, your metabolism is probably slow.
I need to stop him. Let's replay that.
If your coochie is hidden under a tummy pouch, your metabolism is probably slow. Do you struggle to sleep and find yourself waking up?
Can you ever imagine him saying that? I can't. I personally can't. But let's actually watch the video.
That's high cortisol. Is your hair thinning unexpectedly? Another sign of high cortisol. Hearing a constant ringing in your ears? Once again, high cortisol. Does your eye twitch randomly? Yes, that's caused by cortisol too. And that stubborn belly pouch that just won't go away no matter what you do, that's the effect of cortisol. You've probably heard of cortisol before, but listen up, this is important. Elevated cortisol levels are directly linked to stress, especially for people with demanding jobs or those carrying a lot of worries. If you're struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night, waking up refreshed and full of energy can feel impossible. But this isn't your fault. Here's my recommendation. Start taking Moringa. Most people don't realize this, but Moringa has 23 times more.
We're gonna stop in there. His teeth look so weird. It's definitely something to do with his teeth and his eyes. They're just not his teeth, are they? I don't actually know what his teeth look like. Now I'm thinking about it, but weird. And also he's spoken about cortisol before, I think. So this makes a lot of sense why they would use him. Obviously he's got a very well-known podcast and a lot of people listen to him for biohacking, science-backed stuff. It makes a lot of sense that they would use his face. And they're all basically repetitions of the exact same message. I'm going to play you two more, but I'm just going to play the start because you'll see. And then we've got some other different videos that are literally just insane. So who have we got next?
Are you not hungry for breakfast in the morning? That's high cortisol. Do you wake up at 3 a.m. having to pee? That's high cortisol. Experiencing strange shoulder pain? That's also a sign of high cortisol. Is your hair thinning unexpectedly like mine was? That's high cortisol too.
Something to do with his lips is definitely weird. This is Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris. Somebody has put it in the comment section. Dr. Chris is English and he's on American accent again. They're just using anybody that's like mildly famous. Sorry, he's probably more than mildly famous. But he's also quite well known for a lot of TV shows, especially over here. I don't particularly like the stuff they talk about. Sometimes they're very reductive in the science that they present, but I understand why they've used him. Here's another one.
She didn't feel like a woman anymore. Her husband called her lazy and even threatened to leave. But what was really happening to her? Bloated belly, mood swings, zero sex drive, hair falling out, nights without sleep.
She didn't feel like a woman anymore. Her husband called her lazy. So again, we're playing into some of those biggest fears. Somebody thinks you're lazy. She didn't feel like a woman, low sex drive, all of that. They're using all of that against you in order to present you this product and get you to buy it. Right, we've gone over those enough. I keep spotting these everywhere. We've got babushka. See if you would notice that this one is
girls who consider themselves unattractive. I have a great life hack for you. My name is Anya. I am the creator of the Babushka Sweaters brand, and here I talk about aesthetics and appearance types. So do you remember the trend on TikTok that every girl is beautiful, either like a fairy, a mermaid, or a witch? So most likely your problem is not unattractiveness, but rather that a witch considers herself a fairy, or vice versa, a fairy considers herself a witch. I decided to become an anthropologist of mystical women and develop this classification. I created a real anthology of fairies, witches, and mermaids. So, how does all this work? I decided to start from the premise that appearance is a scale. On the left, we have the most negative characters, and on the right, we have the most positive ones. Girls on the far left are told upon meeting, "At first I thought you were a bitch." Girls on the far right are told, "I couldn't imagine. You swearing." I decided to divide each type into low, full, neutral, and chaotic. I created an online test and a large list file where I wrote down this entire system, with examples of celebrities and examples of aesthetics that could suit each specific type. So how to get the link to the document you can read in the pinned comment.
Girls who consider themselves unattractive. That is her verbal hook that she's using. This is AI. You can see that her mouth is moving at a different time. People in the comments are saying it's dubbed. They think it's dubbed. They're asking what software they use to dub it. It's AI. The whole video is AI. I don't know who this person is. I do recognize her though. And they have literally stolen her face. And this is so well targeted to me as well, because as you can see, I'm a fantasy nerd. I love books. I definitely would be like the witchy evil vibe. I think that's kind of what I'm going for. I mean, you can tell by my tattoos. Honestly, in the first couple of seconds, I bought into this hard. I was like, yeah, I want to do that test. I love a personality test. This is kind of like, you know, the colours that they say that different colours make you look less attractive or more attractive. Why are we constantly so preoccupied by how attractive we look to other people? That's the theme here, isn't it? They're using your fear of being unattractive as a way to sell something to you. This one is a PDF document. And she's also got some other fashion ones as well. I'm going to have a quick look. We're not going to deep dive into it as much as we did the other one.
Courtney Love's style is a feminist statement and changed my mind. Girls, today we are talking about my favorite legend, Courtney Love. And I think the way Courtney created her style proves she's a genius. So why Courtney Love's style is a feminist statement? Because her style is about being a broken doll in the men's world. Rebel toy that was made for men.
It's so weird because this account only has a couple of videos on them and others don't look like AI. I'm almost certain that one that we watched is AI though, but the rest of them actually seem like her. Oh, no, I know what they've done. They must have just taken her videos. I don't know who this is. They must have just taken her videos from somewhere else. And then that video that it's got the most likes and views, that's the one that they're using to sell. So they've stolen all of her other videos. The rest of them are on like fashion, and most of the time they look like it is just her speaking. So they must have taken the real person and the real person's content, and then they've basically created this AI version which actually does look visually different to the other videos, and then they've used that to sell a product. And this account only has like 16,000 followers, and that video has nearly 1 million views. So a lot of people might have bought from that. This makes total sense, and they've probably paid for ads so it shows up in the story feed as well. That's how they're doing it. Took me a little bit to figure that out. Next one is just titled Butt Doctor. You may not be able to tell that that's AI because it is actually quite hard to tell. The word butt doctor, is that what people call it in America? We definitely don't call it a butt doctor. We don't really say the word butt though. We say bum. Did you notice that she used lots of examples of different foods, things that are free, things that are not products? Did you guess which one the product was? We'll watch another video and see if it's the same one. I think it's not the one that you think it is, because for me, I think the first time I thought one of them was the product, and actually it's the other thing that they're trying to sell you. It may be both.
13 years as a butt doctor, and nobody believes me when I tell them this. Pineapple cucumber salad will clear out all nasty things stuck in your gut. This mix creates a natural laxative, making you feel lighter overnight. Ladies, eating pineapple will get rid of any smell down there. Lemon balm is 98% more effective than Ozempic. If you want a tutorial on how to make it, comment lemon balm, and I will send it your way. If you are diagnosed with severe iron deficiency, This Amazon find is the best way to fight it. Constant fatigue can be a sign of severe iron deficiency. I can't possibly share all of the secrets I learned in these short videos. If you want to learn more, I have a newsletter called Wellness Hub, where I reveal everything.
Remember what I was saying about gut issues before? So she says it's a natural laxative. It's not a natural laxative. I think she's actually saying to eat lemon peel though there. Just a cucumber salad. All nasty things. You don't need a detox. Your liver does detoxing for you. Your digestive system is perfectly able to do that for you. Some people think that having nasty things stuck in their gut is what gives them belly fat. In fact, I think I fell for that a while back before like postgraduate level education, when I actually fell for stuff like that. But it's understandable that people do. And did you notice that a lot of the advice that she's giving seems free, and then the one thing that is actually the product is I think most people will think that the product is the iron. But did you notice she's saying you can find it on Amazon? She's not saying go to the link in my bio to go click through to Amazon so she gets affiliate income. I need to stop referring to the creator as the person, because this is not the person, this is AI. She is definitely AI. The product is the one that she says is 98% more effective than Ozempic. You're making lemon balm. Lemon balm is a herb. I literally grow it in my garden. She's either selling a newsletter, which is the thing that she promotes at the end, or some form of PDF that you will pay for, and that will show you how to make lemon balm, which I don't actually know what is in it. It looks like it's actually got ingredients in there. It's not actual lemon balm. It has lemon in it as well. It's just a picture of lemons and ice in water with some, that does look like lemon balm. Or maybe that's mint. Anyway, it's fake. That's the product. She's telling you to comment. She's using an online marketing tool called something like ManyChat, or there are some other ones that will send you the link if you leave the comment, and that's how she's selling to you. The iron supplement is a decoy. And also, can we address the whole pineapple one?
Eating pineapple will get rid of any smell down there.
Eating pineapple will get rid of any smell down there. That is definitely something that a lot of women worry about. It also sounds a bit true, because do you remember what people used to say when we were younger, that if you eat a load of pineapple, especially men, I'm not going to finish that thought, but like, there's a whole thing that apparently if you eat pineapple, it changes something. So it's something that feels true. It feels close to something that you've heard before. So that's why they've used that one. They're like, that pineapple maybe has like something to do with that particular area. You've heard it related to men before probably, so now she's relating it to women, and it feels like it might be true. So she's kind of building trust with these things. She's saying these are a couple of free things that you can do to fix these issues that you might have or insecurities that you might have, and then she's sleight of handing you the product that she's trying to sell you, and then at the end, just for measure, she's trying to pretend to sell you this other product that is an iron supplement, but she's just saying go and find it on Amazon. She's not giving you a link for that one. She's trying to give you a link for the lemon balm. And then I think same account, but I think it promotes a different product.
Secrets we are forbidden to tell as surgeons, from a butt doctor of 13 years. Tap water may contain fluoride, chlorine, or even arsenic. Please, for God's sake, use filters. Do not take medicines with cold water, as it slows down the dissolution and affects their absorption in the organism. Processed oils make your whole body swell up. Lemon balm is 95% more effective than Ozempic. If you want a tutorial on how to make it, comment lemon balm and I will send it your way. 43% of women suffer from iron deficiency. This is what I recommend to women who get dizzy.
They might be trying to sell you both products. I'm not entirely certain. She's a surgeon this time. What was she in the last video? She's always a butt doctor, just a butt doctor. So this time she's a surgeon, butt doctor. Is that one of the ones that removes objects? I don't know, but she's using that as credibility, and for some reason they're forbidden to tell you. Why would that be? Why would a surgeon just randomly tell somebody to drink lemon balm anyway? They wouldn't. So we've got some other things. Tap water containing fluoride, that is a known thing, I think. It's not actually dangerous for you for tap water to contain fluoride. I don't think. I've not read all of the papers, but I tend not to believe in the conspiracy theories of the wellness side of the internet. And it can contain arsenic. I'm not sure about that. It might be true, maybe like trace elements, because that would make sense, because we have had arsenic in lots of places, I don't know. And chlorine, again, it all feels true. Use filters, a lot of people use filters. Processed oils make your whole body swell up. That is the seed oil fear mongering. So they're trying to attract a specific audience, the wellness people, because they know that they're easy to scam because they believe in conspiracy theories and stuff like seed oils are bad for you. Seed oils are not bad for you. There is loads of research that shows that swapping out stuff like butter for seed oils is actually better for your health. I think overcooked seed oils that are used over and over again can mildly increase inflammatory markers, and that's why it says will make your whole body swell up, because for people that have a lower reading age, saying inflammatory markers isn't going to get them to listen to the video. So make your whole body swell up, that infers the same thing. And then she slips in the product again. This time we've got 13 years as a dietitian. She's many things. Oh, not a butt doctor this time.
13 years as a dietitian and nobody believes me when I tell them this. Dandelion tea will make you lose weight naturally in days. It will also shrink your waist. Chia seeds will grow your boobies and make them perkier because of the phytoestrogens. Lemon balm is 95% more effective than Ozempic. If you want a tutorial on how to make it, comment lemon balm and I will send it your way. Remember to supplement iron. It's incredible for your immune system and helps clear your skin. You can find this on Amazon. If you want to learn more, I have a newsletter called Holistic Hub where I reveal everything.
I'm sorry, what? What did chia seeds do?
Chia seeds will grow your boobies and make them perkier because of the phytoestrogens.
Chia seeds will grow your boobies and make them perkier. Oh my god. Chia seeds don't do that, by the way. It's just the terminology here is interesting. Like, maybe it's a company that isn't, like, their first language isn't English, or maybe it's out the reading age thing. They're trying to appeal to, like, reading age 4. Boobies. I swear off chia seeds. No, I'm joking. So random. Dandelion tea as well. All of it's fake, but it feels like she's giving you free advice, which builds your trust in her. I don't think we need any more. This next one starts 13 years as an OBGYN. She has had every profession. Butt doctor first, though. Right, next. Let's look at the next one. Oh, now we've got AI-generated influences.
Hey guys, I'm Brexley, an AI-generated creator. I thought I'd come on here and welcome all of my new followers and say thank you for being here. And I thought I'd explain a bit about what I'm doing, my mission. I have a lot of comments saying that I'm scary, or I'm not real, or I am real. So I just want to clear that up and say I am AI generated. You won't find another one of me on this planet, which is very cool and exciting. But my mission really is just to have fun with this content. I mean, we see so much of the same content on TikTok, on other platforms, and I want to be unique with it. I want to try things out, push the boundaries of technology, and here we are, and we're doing that, and I think it'll be really fun to figure me out. We'll change voice, we're going to change personality, let's have fun with it. So that's my mission. Don't come for me, all the haters. Keep it to yourself. We are a friendly environment. Thanks, next.
Oh my god, this one is good. Like, I was trying to look closely, I don't know if you could tell. She's unclockable. The mouth and the teeth move normally. She's probably completely AI generated rather than like a stolen person with her mouth moving differently. Now this one is interesting because a load of the people in the comments actually don't believe that she's AI. They think that she's a real content creator faking being an AI, which is mad. But she is. I do believe it, that she's an AI. And you can also tell slightly, it's really, really slight. You have to look really closely. But some of her mannerisms, like the body language, doesn't exactly match what she's saying. And you can also really tell that the way her body moves is very male gaze coded. You know, like, this is going to be hard to explain. Often women feel like they need to behave a certain way when a man is in the room, and it's like slightly flirty body language. All of media is basically made up to appeal to the male gaze, to men. That's kind of default by now. There's some stuff that appeals to the female gaze, but you can tell that she's particularly male gaze coded, and she's probably created by a man, so that makes a lot of sense. Have another look at some of her videos, see if she changes. So she's trying to get brand deals. That one was a brand deal one. And that's an easy video to make. She just has to move. She doesn't even have to say anything. Here we've got another one.
Hey guys, I'm Brexley, an AI girly, completely fabricated, made up, not a real person, but here I am. I can talk, I can move, I can have different hairstyles, but I just wanted to introduce myself. So, I'm Brexley. I am living in New York City. My humans are here too, and they're figuring me out. So, bear with us. My speech might be a little wonky. I'm figuring out the speech pattern still. I might have some different accents here and there, figuring it out. So, but I'm okay for any questions. Ask me anything. Ask me what best jeans fit a size 6 in the market right now, or ask me what TV you should get for under $300, or whatever it is. Ask your questions and I'll figure it out for you. So I'm here on both platforms, so follow you, let's figure it out. Quick note I want to add, AI is scary, AI is happening, I am happening, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm talking to you guys, and I'm learning, and I'm figuring it out as we go. So I know it's scary. Follow along, because you're going to see a lot of really cool things on this account. You're going to see me change and evolve and learn and pick up trends, and it's really cool what AI can do and how we can all learn together in this platform, and me can learn things as we go along. So it's super cool and confidence to their own.
She seems like nice. She's likable. They've clearly made her super duper likable. It's interesting, like, that. I wonder if the house is the real person's house, the person that's creating his house, and then they've kind of superimposed her there. It's just so interesting. And then in the comments we've got somebody that says, I am an AI influencer, nice to meet you. Interesting that you have an Australian accent and made in the US. Now I'm like, was her accent Australian? I'm so bad with accents. Yeah, she's definitely Australian. Sorry, I'm not very good at that. Let's look at this other AI creator's account and see if it's probably not going to be as good as that.
Are you dating someone new before healing from your ex? That's like putting fresh sheets on a bed you know is infested. You can't write a new chapter if your ex is still holding the pen. And yet, here you are, still letting a walking red flag rent space in your head with no security deposit. You don't need another man. You need a mirror, and maybe a margarita. It doesn't matter how hot they are. If you're still emotionally Googling your ex's new girlfriend at 2 a.m., you're not moving on. You're just multitasking your heartbreak. If you're still fantasizing about what could have been, you're not dating someone new. You're casting them in a reboot of a love story that already flopped. Healing isn't glamorous. It's ugly crying in the bath. It's journaling so hard your pen breaks. It's deleting the playlist and then recreating it 4 minutes later. But eventually, you stop refreshing their profile. You stop writing closure speeches in the shower. You stop being available for emotional charity work. And you realize you are the plot twist. Write the new chapter. Like your piece is a bestseller. You're not the sad girl in someone else's breakup story. You're the fucking author.
It's strange. The movements are weird. The mouth movements are weird. And I think I saw somewhere that basically she didn't feel comfortable in front of the camera. So she used an AI to create imagery. It might be a she. I'm not sure if it might be a man. We literally don't know. But they used an AI to tell a story that they wanted to tell, but they felt like they couldn't tell it themselves because they aren't comfortable with being on camera, which is an interesting use of it. I'm not sure. I feel like everybody deserves to have a voice, but I'm not sure if this is the way that we should be doing it. And it's scary. It looks scary. She's not trying to scam you. She's not selling a product. So that is better than some of the other ones, especially the one that was using like a dead man's face. That was insane. Let's watch another one from her.
I've battled depression most of my life. In my 20s, it nearly broke me. But I learned how to navigate it, and now I'm in control. Here's what helped me climb out. I asked for and got help. Therapy, weekly, sometimes messy, saved my life. I made myself move, even when it was the last thing I wanted to do, to increase endorphins, to shift the energy. Some
Her face
days,
definitely changed.
just stepping outside felt impossible. But when I did, when the sun hit my skin, it reminded me I was still alive. Sunshine is important. You need to get that fix. I planned for hope. Even when I couldn't feel it. Travel plans, buying a car, an apartment, meeting a new partner. The idea is to keep you moving forward. Dreams give you something to live for, something to work towards. Hope is crucial. I let the right people in. I forced myself to be social, even when I didn't want
Is
to.
either of that person her?
Connection is important when you're in a dark space. I still have hard days, but I'm not lost in them anymore. These workarounds help me rise out of it.
Her face changes quite a lot. Some of those were quite dramatic changes, and some of them, they looked a bit like her but with like a different hairstyle. And again, you can see how the body language changes and it's different to what the words are actually saying. Imagine if Brexley, who's the best AI character we've seen so far, started selling like the butt doctor or the other one, the cortisol, that one, my husband cheated on me because I got fat. That, imagine that Brexley was sending that message. People would definitely believe that. If AI, it already has, it's definitely already happened, but if that level of AI starts to advertise the way that people know, the way that advertisers know how to advertise in order to get you to buy something, it's literally going to be a hellscape. Loads of people are going to end up spending all of their money trying to fix their problems, taking supplements that might not be safe or effective, maybe even turning away from actual real medical help in favour of wellness supplements is terrifying. And also a reminder, this is the worst that it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better at tricking you, and you're only going to be more likely to buy into this stuff. So what we need to do is figure out how they sell and stop falling for it. I pointed out a lot of the different methods they use, but the basic format is they try and command authority. So they're either a doctor, they have experience in some field, they are literally stealing the face of an actual doctor like the first example, or a person that you would trust like Huberman or Alex Light from a podcast that I watch. They will steal someone's face that you respect, or they'll pretend to have a background that they don't have. They'll somehow make you trust them. And then what they'll do with that is they'll make you feel insecure about something that you probably already feel insecure about. That could be most commonly your weight. They'll use words like belly pouch, or they'll talk about your sex drive. Maybe that's something that you're worried about in your life, or hair loss, or skin changes, or menopause, something that you really care about. And they might really covertly sell your product as the solution to that. Even in the one with Babushka that had the PDF that she was selling, that was the hook that they were using there to get you to buy into it, was that you feel unattractive. And maybe you're not actually unattractive, you've just been dressing yourself wrong. And oh my god, I've got the solution to that, and it's really easy to do, and you won't feel unattractive anymore. It's a tale as old as time that they use against women to make us feel like there's something wrong with us so that we can fix it. And that is why it's so dangerous if you stop caring about what other people think about your body or how it looks, and you just start to live your life and you stop trying to fix yourself. Because if you do that, they can't sell to you. If you feel confident in your body, or if you don't care about getting rid of your belly pooch or becoming more attractive or any of that, if you don't care about being more attractive to people that you don't actually want to attract, then they literally can't sell to you. And that makes you difficult in the best way possible. Diet scams are super duper common, especially in the wellness industry. And if you watch the Netflix documentary on Belle Gibson, you'll know how deep that goes and how serious it can get. I did another sum up style video like this on her and some other trends within the fitness industry recently. If you're interested in that, then watch this next. There's literal updates on what she's doing now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.